Okay, let's set up a defense here. Bomber's going to get a really good lineup. Look at this Bomber on defense. Look at it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look at this. Look at this. This push is dead. This push is dead. You said well played. I think it was well played too. Merry Clashmas. That is right. We are less than 20 days away from everyone's favorite holiday, and my present for you is this amazing 2.6 elixir broken Goblin Drill deck. As the 20-win challenge approaches in about a week, I'm sure a lot of you, myself included, are looking for very strong decks to complete the 20-win challenge. So for the next week or so, all of the videos that I publish and create are going to be decks that are particularly strong in the meta and that I expect to be strong for the 20-win challenge. So starting off the series is this absolutely broken Goblin Drill deck featuring the Evo Bomber, the Evo Ice Spirit Goblinstein Drill, and Tornado, and the combination of all of those cards makes it very, very difficult for your opponent to defend. And talk about a stonewall defense, oh my gosh, Evo Ice Spirit, Cannon, the best building in the game, and you have the Goblinstein where you can just clog the lane and pop the ability. This deck is so powerful. I will say that the learning curve for this deck is a little higher than most because of the Tornado. I know a lot of lower or mid-level players don't know how to use the Tornado, so that is a little bit of a learning curve, but it is absolutely worth it. So over the course of this video, I'm going to be showing you why this deck is so strong and why there's so much outplay potential, but don't take my word for it because as we know, talk is cheap. So let's get into some games and I will show you how to utilize this deck to its maximum potential. Alright, into our first match of the video against Matt. In terms of, starting plays with this deck, any of your 1 or 2 elixir cards are ideal, so I'm just going to cycle in Ice Spirit. And I know a lot of you are sick of seeing Goblinstein. I'm sick of seeing Goblinstein, but it's unarguably the best card in the game. It has the highest usage rate. It is just, it's so good. It's such a good card, and you can't ignore the statistics for this card. And it's like, if you really, really actually care about getting a 20-win challenge successfully, you're gonna have to play some variant of this card. At least that's what it's looking like, right? I went for the skeletons to keep the brawler off of my tower. He goes very, very aggressive, so we're gonna try and get some damage in retaliation. So he's gonna be playing like Royal Hogs spam, probably with recruits or something like that. One of those low skill decks. So that's fine. That's fine. We should have a decent matchup. The one card that I'm like already thinking of and like maybe worried about is a flying machine, because we don't have great answers for a flying machine. That's like the one weakness, is like certain air counters. We really only have one card that targets air. Not even really. We only have one card that targets air. Okay, I'm gonna go for an early bomber, maybe force out a spell. And then I'm actually going to log to take the shields off. I actually forced out a flying machine, so that's fine with me. We kind of like baited him into playing that. And Evo Ice Spirit is going to help out so much. I just don't want this to get killed or taken off the board too early, so that's perfect. You can see Evo Flying Machine, or Evo Ice Spirit, I'm going to be using a lot on the Flying Machine, so. Alright, I'm going to go in here just because we have a counter-pushing Doctor. Maybe he can play like a troop and it'll give me like bomber value, and he actually does. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I think he might be... Yeah. I was going to say, he had to go arrows, so that's fine with me. He doesn't have a spell on cycle, so I can defend this for really cheap and actually just go in for a Goblin Drill. Because, he went for defensive piggies, which I guess was not a bad play. It was just a weird play. We're going to go like this to try and get these goblins onto the tower. Yeah, Zappies, not the move there. I feel like in that specific situation that Zappies were not like a great play. He's probably just going to reset and go for like recruits at the back. Or yeah, Goblin Cage or something like that. So we're going to do something similar. We're going to go Goblinstein. Okay, so he drops the flying machine. Like I said, that is the trump card here. Okay, let's go like this. Wow, really, really smart plays going for that on the Doctor. I'm not even gonna lie. We're gonna go like this, keep our berry alive. We need to get back to another Doctor. Okay, and we're fine. I'm gonna go like this. Ice Spirit, log over here. Okay, we're gonna go into another Goblin Drill. The defense is so fundamental, like it's so good. Oh, and I'm going to pop this ability here. And we have Evo Berry coming up. And he just used his arrows. So if we go like this and this. Oh, we missed. But that's okay. That's okay. We're still in a great spot. Like a great spot here. He goes all in instead of defending. We're going to go Skeletons. Our Bomber's still helping out with those piggies. And good game. I mean, we played it well. Very fundamental deck. As you can see, the defense is really strong. And going in when the timing is appropriate. So easy first win there. We'll see you in the next match. Alright, in our next match against Eamon, that first match was pretty decent. I feel like I showed like the potential of the deck, but I'm not gonna say like that was an amazing game or I'm like super proud of that gameplay. But it was not bad, no doubt about that. This is gonna distract the mortar for a good amount of time, long enough for us to go for a Goblin Stein here. I'm gonna log this as well. He gave me a log value, so I don't see any reason not to take it. And he's low on daggers, so let's go like this. Tornado, pop the ability, and my man is in trouble. Holy moly, this deck is so good. This deck is so good. Okay, yeah, good start there. So he's running Mortar, Bats, Mother Witch. So this seems like a really annoying deck, but I really like the matchup. Great answers for Mortar. Goblin Stein is good. You can distract with Skeletons or Ice Spirit. And Cannon is very strong against it. So, oh God, excuse me. I like what I see. We're just gonna go in with the Goblin Troll here. Giant Skeleton, always a scary card to play against. Always just a scary card. Okay. I think I'm gonna log. I don't see any reason really not to log. I mean, even if he has a barrel, it's like not really the end of the world, I feel like. Okay, we're gonna cannon really far away. We can pull it in with like an Ice Spirit or something. Okay, it's gonna be Clone, if I'm not mistaken. Bomber's gonna do a really good job, and we can NATO because of the clone. Yeah, that was good. I mean, I had my NATO at the ready because I'm like, my man is gonna clone this. So good read by us. Being ready for that clone. Whenever you see Giant Skeleton Barrel, it's clone. It's clone. It's just, it's such a niche card that you can kind of expect for it to be clone. And the reason clone works usually is the surprise factor. Like, people aren't ready for the clone. Be ready for the clone. Be ready for the clone. It makes sense. He goes Dark Goblin, like, to bait out a log. And then he's like, oh, then you don't have log. But you're fine. Okay, that was a really bad Dark Goblin once again. I'm gonna go like this to freeze the Giant Skeleton. And as long as I keep my NATO, like, it's just not gonna be very easy for them. So I'm gonna continue to do that. It's an okay play. I mean, I don't know if he's really gonna get anything out of it, to be honest. I'm gonna, oh, Tornado this away. Nice, get great damage onto the tower. Nice, really awesome Tornado. That got so much damage. That's like one of my favorite plays. I see people who use this deck do that play all the time. And I'm gonna log here, like I said, as long as I get back to my Tornado, we're fine. This is an amazing matchup for us. Like, so strong. He's probably going to set up for a clone here, so I will be careful. Okay, again, I can't really use my NATO. Otherwise, I'm at risk of getting cheesed by a clone. Okay, NATO. Look at that. Yeah, it's hard for them. Like, this is a really hard matchup. I have so many answers for clone. Dare I say this is even like a hard counter? I don't know. Feels like it, doesn't it? For me. Okay. I'm gonna just chill. I felt like after that last push, I kind of like got on the back foot a little bit. So I'm just gonna play it patient. Now I'll go in for a drill while he wants to go in. Okay. Okay, Evo Ice Spirit over here. Goblin Stein, and I will NATO this away. I know he could maybe clone, but yeah, he can't even defend. So GG's against Amon. Really great matchup for us. It is what it is. I'll see you in the next match. All right, in our next match against Inv1 Dummy, we're gonna give him the good luck here. And just take a chill pill. All right, he goes for the Phoenix. I'm actually just gonna go drill opposite lane. Phoenix typically is like Royal Giant. It could be E-Giant too. You know, there's a handful of things it could be. We're gonna go high Skeletons. And then this Bomber is also gonna kite it over. I like this little trick, right? Because now it follows the berry, and the berry's gonna take care of the eggs. And he still needs to spend on the berry. He goes Fish Boy. Fortunately, he did it in a position where it won't activate King Tower, so life is good. Okay, when I see the Monk and I see the Fisherman, it's most likely gonna be RG. More than likely. So we're gonna keep that in mind. We should have decent answers for RG, but it's so difficult to not get cheesed by the Monk, you know what I mean? It just happens. All right, we're gonna go drill here. Okay, he cycles a Wizard. That's fine with me. Pretty good prediction by my opponent, I'm not even gonna lie, but Goblin Drill still gets damage. It's crazy. All right, I'm just gonna cycle my Skeletons here and get ready for him to maybe go in, and he does. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Goblin Stein, and we're just gonna protect this cannon like it's our baby, pop the ability, and watch it just shred everything. And that is what Goblin Stein does. It just eviscerated that entire push, which is absolutely crazy, but that's why we love it. And even if he goes for like a Monk in front of that, the Goblin Stein still, like, the ability still hits, even if like its direct fire doesn't. Okay. So far so good. I'm going to just go for an Ice Spirit. I want to get to my Evo one because the Evo Ice Spirit is very, very strong against the drill. Alrighty. And he used his monk. Let's go in. We'll see if he goes goblins here or not. He just goes for the Evo Wizard. That's fine with me. And he pops the monk ability just to finish off the bomber. That's a very good play. But now we can kind of go for a goblin sign. If he goes for a lightning, I really don't care because then my cannon just gets more and more value. I'm going to log to take off like the bubble shield, I guess you could say, and pop the ability to get it off of the map. Cool. And we're just going to cycle our Evo Bomber here. No reason to like get antsy. I'm going to go draw opposite lane just because he's clogging this lane. Okay. Okay, we're going to cycle Log. I think he's going to go last second Goblins here. Wow, he actually just eats it. We're going to go Ice Spirit here. And once again, we're going to go Berry Kite, Skeletons, and Goblin Sign here to clean this up. You can see how good this lane clogging is. And he fireballs on the cannon, but like, look at how much stun this is doing. And he just ignored the entire left side. Look how much damage we got on the opposite side. Yeah, that's like an elite defense, I would say. Making sure you don't give them fireball value is probably the most important. So you can see there he fireballed the cannon, but really nothing else. Okay, and somehow, no, really well defended. Let's go like this. Just gonna cycle a log, not ask too many questions here. And go for a drill in the back. Cannon. And go like this. Log. Evo Ice Spirit's going to be our best friend on defense, and he pretty much ignored majority of that drill. So we're looking really, really good. I'd be pretty surprised if we lose this game. It just feels like dominance at this point. I'm going to pull back this wizard to try and get these goblins on the tower, and that's going to be a good game. So well played to us. I mean, we were calm, cool, and collected on defense and great on offense. Apparently he's having internet issues. I don't buy it. Just kidding. Well, that up. I'll see you in the next match. All right, up here against Reneg. Reneg. So-and-so. All right, let's see what we're working with in this situation. He goes P.E.K.K.A right out the gate. I'm just going to go Goblin Draw. I want to force out at least 3 elixir. Maybe like he drops a ghost or something. And I want to try and cycle to my cannon. He only drops 1 elixir. I don't like that. There we go. That was the elixir cost. All right, cannon coming up in cycle here. We're going to wait just a smidgen. Ice Spirit to pull it over just a little bit and cannon over to the side. He could get a good lightning off, but we'll be fine. Skeletons high to protect our bomber. A little late there, but it's all good. Alright, he goes for a queen. I'm going to go in for a drill once more. And if he drops the skeletons, I think I'm going to go bomber because he defended it with skeletons log last time. He mixed up his defense this time, so well played. We do get a splash on the tower, which is awesome. I shouldn't have to respond to that berry, which is great. Or to that mini P.E.K.K.A, which is great. Ice Spirit here to keep the Doctor alive. And we're going to not support this any further because I expect him to go for a P.E.K.K.A. Or an Evo P.E.K.K.A perhaps. Okay, he just goes for Skeleton. So we got good damage. He has P.E.K.K.A, mini P.E.K.K.A, Queen. His deck doesn't make any sense. Alright, we're going to preemptively cannon. I get the feeling that he has a lightning, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with y'all. I'm going to go in with a drill just to try and force him to spend. That would be the idea, I should say. I'm going to go like this here, and Evo Ice Spirit is going to be so helpful against this P.E.K.K.A. Like, I cannot tell you how helpful it is. And this is going to kite over the P.E.K.K.A. Oh, I was supposed to kite over the P.E.K.K.A. We're going to eat a little bit of P.E.K.K.A damage. 1 shot, to be exact. But we didn't panic there, so that was good. Panic was the enemy of that situation. I popped the ability because I saw the Evo Skeletons come down. He pops the ability early. That's probably the right play, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to go in with the drill, so then I can just go for Ice Spirit onto the Queen. And we're looking good right out the gates. If he goes for, I was going to say, if he goes for a mini P.E.K.K.A, I could tornado it away, but he decides to just go for Mama P.E.K.K.A instead. I don't know if I explicitly mentioned this, but Evo Berry is basically like a secondary win condition because you don't have like a spell. So Evo Berry is your next best friend. Okay. We're going to be back to another cannon here, which is nice because he is spamming us. Look at how fast the cycle is. Skeletons to protect the cannon of the utmost importance. And now we're going to have a great counter push. So really nice set of interactions for us. I'm going to cycle 1 more Berry to try and get back to my Evo. Because he goes for the Evo P.E.K.K.A right away. So we're going to go with our Evo Ice Spirit because, again, so great against the P.E.K.K.A. It's like, it's just amazing against the P.E.K.K.A. I'm sure it's very frustrating to play against, but my man is, I don't know, man. Rock solid defense. That's all that I can say. The defense is immaculate. Okay. And we're going to try and catch him off guard here with an Evo Berry. I don't think he'll be ready for it because we haven't done it all game. So Evo Berry, Ice Spirit, and this is probably a good game. Yeah, GG's. Like, what are you supposed to do in that situation? Well played to us, though. We're going to hold that very easy W, and we'll see you in the next game. All right, up here against Denise is probably how you'd say it. The more and more I play this deck, the more and more I'm learning, and I see the appeal of the deck. Like, I feel like I understand why it's so strong. The outplay potential is there. It kind of reminds me of that Magic Archer Tornado deck. Let's do this. Ooh. Kind of a risky play, but whatever. Sometimes you gotta crack an egg to make an omelet, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so he's gonna be running some variation of bait. Could be traditional log bait. Usually runs a building. I think he dropped those skeletons so he can cycle to his building right now would be my guess. Okay, so he's gonna be rocking with the cannon. Good to know. Cannon's okay against the Goblinstein. I mean, it's a very, very cheap answer, so we'll keep that in mind. Trying to go in when he doesn't have the cannon and cycle, but it's pretty easy for him to keep up with our cycle, to be honest. I'm going to cycle Ice Spirit, yeah, because of the threat of Princess, and then go for the drill as well. Yeah, I mean, you always want it. You need to be ready for those types of plays by your opponent. Okay, going to be mindful of all of this. Skeletons are going to help make sure that that Dark Goblin only gets like one shot on the tower. That's in the back, so I'm just going to Tornado it to my King Tower and take this free and easy King Tower activation. You don't want to force the King Tower activation, but in that situation, it made a lot of sense to go for it. Okay, Evo Ice Spirit actually takes care of Princess, so we're going to do that. Princess is only going to get like one more shot, and then we're going to pressure with a Drill and Bomber. Perfectly timed. Don't have our NATO in cycle. Okay, I'm actually going to take this log because it'll keep the Bomber. Oh, no, I mistimed that. Oh, but he mistimed that log. Okay, we both messed up because he mistimed some things in that interaction, but so did I, so it's all good. Goblinstein high here, and we're looking fine. I mean, typically, most variants of log bait will run Rocket, so you can really never be like, oh, I'm winning because like one Rocket, and he can actually close this deficit, so frustrating, but that's the way that the matchup works, and just the way that Clash Royale works, you know what I mean? We do have our Evo Bomber coming up, so I'm going to try at some point to get some sort of lineup. And I need to be aware that he probably has Evo Barrel coming up here. Let's go like this. And this is going to be a lot of damage. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Ah, Dark Goblin saves the day. Great log over on that side. We're going to get tons of not damage, but value per se. Going to go like this to take care of the Princess. And we're looking good. We actually got a ton of damage. And I'm actually going to go Ice Spirit because that's in the back. And we get a great log in the front. Being able to identify when the barrel's not in the normal spot is so ridiculously helpful in this matchup. I'm going to split skeletons because I am a little Princess paranoid and I'm going to end up cycling them anyway. Okay, we're going to go in with the Goblin Drill. And Bomber because Evo Ice Spirit takes care of Princess. And he's going to have to spend on that side. And he actually protects the Princess. I don't think I agree with that because he also just spoon-fed me log value. Even if he has the Evo Barrel, like, I'm not really worried about it. With the King Tower activation, like, we look really, really good. It's very easy for us to defend. Okay. Let's clog this lane. Okay. We're going to Tornado all of this back. Try and get this Goblin on the tower, and we do. And we do, and we do, and we do, and we do, and that's great damage. Skeleton here to block a Princess. And we're just playing very, very well. It's a good matchup for us, though, to be fair. We're going to keep going in. We want to keep the pressure up. We don't want him to feel comfortable going in, ever. We can just Tornado. Well, nope, it's on the tower. And log, Tornado, GG's. Really, really well played to us. I mean, it's a pretty good matchup, but that just goes to show how dominant this deck is. At the end of the day, it's a control deck. We controlled the tempo of the match that entire time. GG's. And I'll see you in the next one. All right, up here against... Yes. Okay. Yeah, Ice Spirit's a good play. Sorry, I kind of had like a brain fart. But Ice Spirit or Bomber are both very good starting plays. I almost like to do the Ice Spirit and then immediately cycle the Bomber, because if they play something on the Ice Spirit, it goes right into the Bomber. And if they don't play anything, you can kind of just like cycle cards. He used his Knight, so I'm going to go Drill over here. So we've seen Knight. Doesn't really tell us too much. Knight and Goblinstein. So I'm going to set up a cannon in a position where it pulls both the Goblinstein and the Knight. Get a little bit of damage, but nothing really to write home about. Perfect cannon placement. You can see it's going to pull the Goblin Stein, and it's going to pull the Knight Skeletons just to keep it a little healthy. And then I'm actually going to go Ice Spirit to the left of the Doctor. I was trying to nudge it over towards the cannon, but I think I failed, so he's going to get like 2 Doctor shots. Kind of looks like a graveyard deck, but I don't really know. I'm going to go drill in the corner here. And once that cannon HP runs out, I might even go in for like a... Let's do this. Oh, I thought that killed the berry. Oops. Nah, he panicked, so it's fine. My thought process there was that the berry was going to perish, but it didn't work. Okay. He doesn't have cannon and cycle, so I'm going to do this. He'll probably just go for a Goblin Sign of his own, but that's still fine. He actually doesn't. I cycled back to a cannon. Well played, but look at how many cards he played. Knight, Ice Wizard, and Cannon. So at the very least, even though I didn't really get what I wanted, it forced out a ton of elixir. He might go in for a graveyard here. Okay, let's set up a defense here. Bomber's going to get a really good lineup. Look at this Bomber on defense. Look at it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look at this. Look at this. This push is dead. This push is dead. You said well played. I think it was well played too. Hopefully he's not being sarcastic. He'll probably get a King Tower activation of his own though. He failed. So we're going to get a really, really nice Goblin Drill lineup. And I'm pretty confident he's running Graveyard. Like, I'm not 1,000,000% sure, but that's definitely what it looks like. We'll see if he decides to go in here. And he does. So we're going to go, like, Berry over here and Ice Spirit. And I do want to pressure with the Drill, because if he goes in with the Poison... Yeah, exactly. I'm going to pull everything into this. Try and get it off the board as quickly as possible. Nice. And he has to use his Evo Bomber in a position where he probably didn't want to. And now I can maybe get a King Tower activation. We'll see. So I'm going to cannon here. Nice. And now if he goes in, we do get a King Tower activation. So I'm cool with that. Go in, go in, go in. Okay, King Tower activation is going to be great. It's going to pay dividends over the course of the match for sure. He does get a good amount of damage, though. He gets a good chunk of change. So at the end of the day, was it that worth it? I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to go in with our Goblin Drill here. Not ask too many questions. Okay. Don't get much there, unfortunately. We're going to go like this. And he's probably going to NATO it. Ooh, he should have NATO'd it. He should have NATO'd it. He should have NATO'd it. Why didn't you NATO it? Why didn't you NATO that? Ooh, good God almighty. That was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. And this is where the King Tower activation starts to pay dividends. Because that defense was... I don't want to say it was easy, but... We're going to go like this to pull the Knight away and get those Goblins onto the tower. Even the slightest bit of damage is worth celebrating in this matchup, in my opinion. Okay. Cannon over here. And then we want to spread out everything not to give them poison value if they choose to go in for the poison. We want to get drills down as often as possible. Evil Ice Spirit to freeze this. Nice. And we're going to tornado this over to the side. Nice. Good preemptive tornado. And we're going to get our tornado lineup of our own. And he doesn't have a tornado to get this off of the tower. And just like that, we're going to tornado it again because we're back to another one. And that's probably going to be... No, not quite. Almost GG's. But, I mean, we're looking really, really good. Again, King Tower activation, amazing. Nice. He said GG's. I mean, it probably will be a good game. He's being a good sport about it, TBH. We're going to go like that. We'll see if he actually gives up, though. Tornado it away. Yeah, he gave up. So, good game. Really, really well played. If you struggle against Graveyard, I hope that's helpful. We're going to hold that dub. See you in the next one. All right, into our last match of the video. I mean, I am cooking with this deck, but I got to wrap it up. I got to wrap it up as fun as it's been. Going to cycle my Ice Spirit, gets my Evo. He drops the Ghost, so I'm actually going to go in with the Drill. My thought process being I can defend this with just Skeletons, and that Ghost is one of the best answers for the Drill. So you can see that. Look at that defense on the Royal Ghost, and we get great chip. Looks like it's going to be a P.E.K.K.A deck. I'm going to go like this. And if he P.E.K.K.As, it's really not the end of the world. Yeah, I'm just going to let it go. It's fine. The whole point of doing that was kind of to defend this, and we will be able to defend it, so it's all good. So P.E.K.K.A is interesting. Ooh, that was really aggressive. Oh, that was also really aggressive. My man is feeling it today. We're going to get a really, really nice tornado off and Skeletons to protect all this. And look at that. A beautiful defense. That was just so satisfying. No glaze, but it was satisfying. I'm going to drill in the back. I think I mistimed it, though. I wanted it to tank for the berry. That's okay. Evil Ice Spirit, I'm going to have to kind of, like, waste here. But we get great drill damage onto the tower. And I'm really confident in our defense. I mean, this deck is just... It's just so good. It's just so good at defense. I'm actually going to Bomber. Oh, I wish I had NATO. I'm just going to Bomber instead of just committing a Goblin Sign. I don't mind going same lane in this matchup either, so it's all good. It's a good log, in my opinion. And instead of going for the cannon, I'm going to opt to save it for the P.E.K.K.A. And this will actually reset the Battle Ram. And then Ice Spirit here to pull in the P.E.K.K.A. to pull in the P.E.K.K.A. Need to pull all this back, otherwise we're going to be in a world of hurt. Okay. Very nice. I'm going to pop this ability here. P.E.K.K.A. lived longer than I wanted it to live, honestly, so we need to go for an Evo Berry here just to negate some of this bandit damage. And now we're in a situation where we're going opposite lane, so that's fine with me. Kind of a scary defense there. Not even going to lie. It was scary. Ice Spirit, Skeletons here, and then Log just to minimize the amount of damage that we take from this. Okay. Evo Battle Ram makes an appearance. He'll probably go Evo P.E.K.K.A. So this Evo Ice Spirit is going to save us. Okay, normal P.E.K.K.A., excuse me. Oh, and that Evo Ice Spirit. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at this Evo Ice Spirit. Evo Ice Spirit Cannon just like pretty much stopped that entire push. That's so disgusting. That is nasty. That should be illegal, truthfully. I'm gonna log here because I misplaced that cannon just a little bit and then go for Skellies. I have to tornado this away. Okay. And we're looking good. Look at how much damage we have on the left side. And that was like their big push, right? Like that was the Evo Battle Ram spam, you know, that you kind of would expect. Okay, he does that. I'm actually going to go Goblin Sign in the corner. Begin the premise of a defense. Okay. And I'm going to commit a little bit of Elixir here. Skeletons will keep my cannon healthy. Ooh, okay, I have an idea. We're going to tornado all of this back and then try and get a bomber lineup because he doesn't have a great way to deal with this bomber. Okay, he goes for the arrows, but that's a double bomber hit on the tower. So now we can just pop this ability. And I don't think there's really anything he can do. Guess he can go for a rage here. We're going to go for the Evo Ice Spirit. Log and NATO, I believe, takes the game. So GG's to that P.E.K.K.A. player. I believe we played it masterfully, though. Was it perfect? No, but that is a good matchup for us. And there were lots and lots of good things in that game. Good takeaways. So we're going to hold that W, and I'll catch y'all in the outro. And that's going to do it for today's video. This is the deck one more time in case you want to try it for yourself, in case you want to take a screenshot. It's really strong. It's really good. I would say, you know, even at Ultimate Champion, I see this deck in the top 5. There's someone in the top 5 right now with this deck. So the skill ceiling is absolutely there. It has the most broken card in the game, Goblin Stein. So I implore you to give this deck a try and consider using it for the 20-win challenge. It'll be very good. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a really fun video to make. And I really hope to see you in another video in the future. Peace out!